Hi, just popping in right before the intro here because I wanted to say that if you are at all interested in experiencing this game for yourself and you haven't done so already, I would highly recommend checking this out. It's as good as all the hype says. I'm having a lot of fun with this so far. So yeah, my playthrough will always be here if you want to check it out later. And for right now, just experience it for yourself. Of course, if you're watching this, you're probably already familiar with Undertale anyway, so you probably have an idea of whether you do want to check it out for yourself or not. If you enjoyed experiencing original Undertale for yourself, or regret not experiencing original Undertale for yourself, you should absolutely play this. It's really, really good so far. Also, please don't spoil anything. Don't say anything about what I might or might not miss, okay? Don't tell me anything. You have no idea how thorough I'm going to be with this game. I'll probably find it, and if I don't, then after everything is over, you can tell me and I'll come back and check it out, okay? No spoilers. No backseat gaming. Nothing. Keep it to yourself. Of course, you're free to comment on stuff that's already happened, but, don't tell me anything that I don't already know. Please, for the love of all that is holy. Hope you enjoy. For years, monsters have been sealed away by a powerful spell. A spell that could only be broken with 7 human souls. Their king was peaceful and wished to avoid any more conflict. But eventually declared that any human who fell would die. Mount Ebot. Few humans have braved this mountain. Those who did were never seen again. Just jumping straight in, yeah, that seems like a good plan. At least you're more prepared than the first human to fall down. Hello, and welcome to Undertale Yellow. I remember hearing about this game a long, long time ago, like, however many years ago the, demo came out. I never really paid attention to this game. It just kind of blended in with, like, every other, like, attempt at making a continuation to Undertale. I've never played Don't Forget, I've never played, like, I think there's one called, like, Aftertale or something. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of Undertale, like, fan games that try to be, a whole complete game, but I really haven't played any of them. The only ones I'm really familiar with are the single fight ones, like Undertale Red, the developer of which is now currently working on Deltarune, which is funny. So yeah, I never really paid attention to this game. I never really thought much about it. I just kind of had the impression that it was going to be just some random low-effort fan game, like, oh, they took Undertale, but they made the soul yellow and, changed some things up, but otherwise it's just the same ruined Snowden, Waterfall, Hotland core, the end. But recently, there was actually some discussion about this game in my Discord server, and what I was hearing from said discussion was remarkably positive. Like, after however many years, the full version of this game finally came out, and I'm just sitting here like, wait, the first one was a demo, I didn't even realize. And I was already starting to get the impression that maybe I should check this game out. You know, if people are talking so highly about it, then maybe it is actually worth giving a look. Of course, all this came to a head when my friend Peter came to me and basically said, yeah, you definitely want to play this. It's pretty much like we got another thing from Toby Fox, like, this year. I'm like, damn, that high quality? Apparently there's been a lot of hype around this game, so, you know, I can't really argue with that. So, with all that in mind, I decided to sort of fast-track my playthrough of this game, you know, to start it as soon as possible so that I don't get spoiled to stuff or, you know, get spoiled to stuff. Because if this is another Undertale, then I should treat it like Undertale and just go in before, you know, I have a chance to be spoiled, like what I've had to do with Deltarune. You know, new chapter of Deltarune comes out, I gotta drop everything and play it. Yeah, I am honestly amazed to hear that, you know, a fan game of all things managed to, you know, reach the kind of quality where people are talking about it in that way. So I'm very excited to get into this because I've never really experienced anything quite like this in the Undertale fan base. You could kinda count Deltarune, but that's official. That's not like a fan game or anything. Yeah, for those of you who might just now be discovering my channel by searching Undertale Yellow Blind Let's Play on YouTube, hi, I am a huge nerd. I was rather obsessed with Undertale closer to, you know, its release, and safe to say, if there's any, like, reference or callback or anything like that, like to Undertale that I'm supposed to get, I'll probably get it. That being said, I am very interested to see what this game does with its premise, because, you know, obviously the idea of having a story based around the Justice Soul that fell into the underground before, you know, Frisk, that is a fairly interesting idea, and I'm very curious where exactly on the timeline this takes place. Oh, by the way, in case it wasn't super obvious already, if you don't already have a good deal of familiarity with Undertale, you might not want to watch this, because this whole thing kind of relies on, you know, that pre-existing knowledge of Undertale. A lot of stuff just isn't gonna make sense, I imagine, if you're not familiar with Undertale. But yeah, as to when this game takes place, we know for sure that the Justice Soul isn't the first soul that fell into the underground. I mean, there's already the whole thing of, you know, kids going there and disappearing. And I assume it would have to happen more than once for, you know, such tales to inspire some random kid with a cowboy hat to jump down a hole. If I had to give, like, a random guess, my guess would be that the Justice Soul is the last one to fall before Frisk. Part of it is just based on the fact that I feel like it would be weird to try to make a story about, you know, the 5th or 4th kid to fall, because then you have much less of an anchor to either, you know, the beginning or end of this timeline that we're aware of. I feel like the closer you are to either the beginning or the end, the easier it would be to write such a story. But at the same time, you know, I remember that in Flowey's boss fight in the original game, the Justice Soul is the one that comes last. Sure, that isn't exactly conclusive, but if I had to just come up with an order that, you know, they could have fallen in just for the sake of having something to go off of, that's what I would pick. You know, if this game decides to have, like, a different order in mind, that is perfectly fine, because there's really no major canon basis for anything, really. I'm just saying what my predictions are. I don't remember where exactly I get this info from, but I'm fairly certain that it's canon that all of the humans that fell down died to Asgore, right? Not just some random monster, but Asgore himself. Because I think that was like a response to the theory at the time of like, oh, maybe the colors have to do with what kind of monster they were fighting. Like, the green soul was in like the shield mode, might have been fighting like Undyne or something. As little sense as that makes, because I seriously don't get the impression any character besides Toriel and Asgore has met any of the other kids. So who's to say, really? Oh yeah, one thing that I am aware of about this game in advance is that Flowey is in it, right? Flowey's in like the sort of cover art for the game. You search Undertale Yellow, one of the first things you see is this image of, the Justice Soul and a familiar-looking flower. I always thought that Alphys had to have become the Morella scientist after all of the kids already fell, because, I never really got the impression that she met any of them. I suppose it's possible that she was still the Royal Scientist, but just didn't personally meet them. But, she had to have been the Royal Scientist if we are to imagine that Flowey existed at this point. So, there's more evidence to the idea that the Justice Soul comes last. And also an interesting take on the lore, because, again, I never would have thought Alphys would, necessarily be the Royal Scientist by this point, but, I suppose she didn't need to have all of the human souls on hand to do the determination experiment, so theoretically she could have started working there at any point after the first kid fell, but I don't know. Just some random idle speculation. I will find out what exactly is going on with this game once I start it. Let's see, what's in the config thing? Shake on hurt. Always allow retry. Auto fire. This is another thing that I was thinking about in regards to this game. Because, yellow, in terms of Undertale Souls, does have a certain connotation when it comes to how the gameplay works. Is this really just going to be like normal Undertale gameplay, but the soul is colored yellow, or are we actually just straight up taking the Metaton gimmick and, making it like available through the whole game? Because that would be pretty interesting. I do have the general impression that there are returning characters in this game, but that most of them are original. Certainly, I really don't get the impression that Undyne ever met any of the kids, but, I could be wrong. I really don't think Sans and Papyrus have, considering, well, Papyrus being Papyrus, and, the fact that they just kind of showed up in Snowden one day. The way they talk about it in that dialogue makes it seem very recent, so yeah, I definitely don't imagine they'll be around. But who would actually be around at this point? Who knows? I at least have heard that we'll be exploring different areas of the underground, so even if a character was around, I don't know if that necessarily means that we would meet them, even. I get the impression that Gerson was probably around at this point. I feel like Gerson was probably there for the Human-Monster War in the first place. Otherwise, how would he have gotten the title like the Hammer of Justice if he didn't fight in some major war? And it's hard to say how ghosts work exactly in this universe, but I don't know, if they are immortal, then, Napstablook would probably be here. But, who's to say? I get the impression ghosts are just another kind of monster anyway, so I really don't know if they have any special properties such as immortality, but again, all of this is just speculation and headcanons. I really don't have any way to know for sure. The game leaves a lot of stuff unexplained as far as, I'm aware. Well, let's just leave everything at default and, alright, one more thing. I get the impression that this game will, given that we're playing as the Justice Soul, have, a different tone than regular Undertale. If I was to, like, come up with a story surrounding the Justice Soul, I would definitely have it themed more around the idea of justice. right? So I do wonder if the game makes it even more morally gray as to whether, someone deserves to be spared or not after the things that they do. In my head, the Justice Soul probably would not have spared Undyne. That's just the idea that I get, but I don't know. I really don't mind like starting over to like do a pacifist run basically, so I'm not going to go out of my way to do anything special in this run. Whatever I feel like doing is what I'll do. I might just do pacifist, but I don't want to like promise that and not be able to change my mind if there's a character I really don't like. So yeah, first run, either pacifist or just, whatever feels most natural for me to do in any given situation. Run number two, if I didn't do pacifist the first time, then that would be pacifist. The point where I do that. After that, I'm probably going to try and, search around for interesting things in this game. I definitely feel like going into this with the knowledge that I have from Undertale and Deltarune definitely tells me that I should be experimenting as much as I can. So that'll be a run where I'm just like, okay, let's see what happens. Assuming there's nothing else I want to do another run for, I feel like the next step after that is fairly obvious. But yeah, for real this time, no further ado, I am done rambling after I close this box that just popped up on my screen. Okay, let's begin! No name, interestingly enough. Clover. That is fascinating. Male. Male. Toy gun. Worn hat. Oh, ammo. An accessory. Okay, so that's interesting. I was wondering how, like, the weapon and armor thing was going to work, because we know what kind of stuff the Justice Soul fell down with. Like, they had a gun and they had a hat. So, I guess in this scenario, they have just, like, they came down to the underground with a toy gun instead of a real gun. And I imagine we'll get better guns at some point. Interesting that ammo is a thing that is equipable here. Fascinating. Missing poster. Ah, yeah, that's what Clover was holding when they fell down. I'm just going to be assuming that the actual name of this kid is Clover, because if they don't let you pick a name and they don't default to Chara, Kara, however you want to pronounce it, then that rules out the first, you know, the fallen human if that's the direction they're going. So I'm just gonna work under the assumption that this kid's name is Clover. The grim reminder of your mission: justice is needed. Yeah, I definitely feel like that prediction of mine is going to be accurate, at least. That we're going to be going after some morally ambiguous monsters. Asgore probably top on the list of morally ambiguous characters. Oh, Rugged. That's not who I was expecting to see here. Hmm. Well, what is your deal, Rugged? Life is difficult for this enemy. Okay, so just basically the same as Undertale. I did. It was mentioned to me that the area that encapsulated the demo of Undertale, or the demo of Undertale Yellow, is a bit lower quality than the stuff later on, which, is sort of true of Undertale regular as well. So I only expect that the game will get better as I go on. Oh, hello. The mysterious goat lady scared the Frogget away. I did get the feeling we would meet Toriel. It would be really weird if we didn't, considering, she sort of checks this area every day. Also, I only just realized the fight is a gun. That's good. Ah, hello. Are you alright? You must be wondering what is going on. I am Toriel, caretaker of the ruins. I pass through here every day to see if anyone has fallen down. It does not happen often. You are the first to come here in a long time. Do not be afraid, little one. I will do my best to protect you here. Come, I shall guide you through your... I shall guide you through your new home. Interesting that there is no flower. So we do just have, you know, the ruins, basically. Fascinating. The ruins are full of puzzles, ancient fusions between diversions and door keys. I remember this one. Brave ones, foolish ones, both walk not the middle road. They must be solved in order to move from room to room. Allow me to demonstrate. We are free to proceed now. Follow me, my child. There are more puzzles ahead. Okay, so this kind of thing is basically what I was expecting Undertale Yellow to be when I saw the demo, but I definitely get the impression that it'll pretty much just be, you know, the beginning that is similar. Feel like it'll diverge fairly quickly. Yeah, just about how I remembered it. In this room, you will need to trigger several switches. Do not worry, I have labeled the ones that you need to flip. Same. Splendid, I am proud of you, my child. Also press this switch, please. No. Oh no, my child, that is the wrong switch. I have labeled the one you need to flip. Go on, I believe in you. Only one more switch remains. Fine. It should have opened by now. I am sure I labeled the correct lever. Ah, do not worry, little one. Try flipping the other switch. Oh. Oh. I guess it diverges right here. My child. Are you alright? Oh dear. I am afraid I cannot reach you. I must leave for a moment. You will stay there, will you not? Do not wander. Many monsters are unfriendly towards humans. Fret not, my child. I will protect you. Please, wait there. Unfortunately, that is not what I am down here for. I've got places to be, monsters to meet. Fascinating. Alright, now here's where things get interesting. The sign is obscured by leaves. Only a few words are visible. Caution, X, run. Alright, I did see something about running with X in the accessibility thing. Or not even just with X, but, you know, I saw that there was a run thing. So it's as I thought. That poster was indeed the missing poster. I should have tried using it. Damn it. You know what? This is Undertale. So I don't believe we saved a single time before that, but, you know, it's a very short distance to luck. You cannot use this item. Great, I came back here for that. You cannot drop the missing poster. I thought not. Hello again, Frogget. You want to look at this poster? Damn it. Darn, she's fast, that one. What if I don't wanna? I am unsure as to why the switch is not working. Please, try flipping the other switch. No, I'm scared. What if I want to leave? Do not wander off. It's dangerous in here. Darn. Okay, there's not much room for experimentation in this beginning, it looks like. Well, I was hoping for at least one little bit of change dialogue, but alas, it does not seem like that is necessarily a thing at this point. You certainly would have gotten that with Flowey, that's for sure. You would have been like, oh, why did you make me introduce myself? Isn't it rude to not act like you don't know who I am? Very astounded that this little drop off here doesn't have any examined text. Though a lot of things I would have expected to have examined text seem to not have that. Oh, hello. Howdy, I'm Flowey. Flowey the Flower. You look confused. Toriel ought to have taught you how things work around here. She did it. I guess little old me will have to do then. Ready? Here we go. See that heart? That is your soul, the very culmination of your being. Your LV represents your love. It's... I'm sure you won't have to worry about that. In the underground, monsters may try to attack you. If you see bullets like these, you need to avoid them at all costs. Try dodging my bullets now. Here they come. Sorry about that. Let's try again. Here they come. Dodge them all. What are you doing? Dodge the bullets. Don't mess it up this time. You sicko. Are you doing this on purpose? Fine, I'll just stop sending them then. Since you're so bad at dodging bullets, I can save your progress for you. That means if something bad happens, I can make it unhappen for you. Ah. Huh. I was thinking that it seemed like Fly was surprised in Undertale when he realized he couldn't save or load. So yeah, I guess Frisk really was the only one with that power. All humans have determination, but I suppose this is going off of the common interpretation that the Red Soul is determination. So only they would have been able to, you know, do that. You probably want to go home, don't you? Well, you've got a long journey ahead. If you ever need to save, come look for me. I'll leave these little things around for you. So... In this case, they are left by Flowey. That is fascinating. That way, it's easy to find me. If you see one, don't hesitate to call me. And then I'll save for you, like I just saved for you now. There's one more thing. The king of all the monsters, Asgore. He's been killing humans. The only way out is killing him, and, well, you're pretty small. That doesn't matter too much, though. What matters if you've got me on your side? I'll let you get going, but please be careful. There's all sorts of dangerous traps down here, and some of the monsters in this place. I hear they don't like visitors, so good luck! I find it very fascinating when an Undertale like story or AU or what have you has you working with Flowey because he kind of blew it when he just tried to take your soul immediately at the very beginning. Although, to be fair, he couldn't have known. It's something that I've seen Inverted Fate do as well, where it's like, okay, I can do this as more of a sort of long con kind of thing, cozy up to them, try to be their friend, and then, backstab them. Can you interact with? Nah. Howdy. Looks like you got it then. Why the long face, pal? Don't worry, this place is way better than up there. That old lady would have just spoiled all of our fun. Come on, let's not stand around here all day. You really only need one save. Do you not trust me or something? Come on, I'm your pal. I got your back. You should get going. No. You should get going. What if I don't have anything better to do?
Really? What is this about? I told you already, you don't need that stupid goat lady. She couldn't have protected you anyway. You have me. I'm way better. I'm your pal Flowey. I'm the only friend you'll ever need. Can Toriel save for you? No. So let's get out of here while we're still going.
Okay, nothing happens if you keep doing it. Oh, okay, what if I go back down here? Wait, what happens if I reset at this point? Okay, first of all, let's continue.
Howdy. Looks like you got it then.
Okay, no, this is the same. I want to see what happens if you do this. I mean, I can afford to just mess around for a bit. We've only just started. Wonder what'll happen with that missing poster. Will Flowey find it? Will someone else?
Howdy. I'm Flowey. Flowey the flower. You look confused.
Oh, so I could actually choose this time. Yeah, sure for now.
You that heart, that is your soul, the very culmination of your being. Nice job there, buddy. In case you do get hit, I can save your progress. That means if something bad happens, I can make it unhappen for you.
Okay, so I'm guessing that the reason Flowey doesn't comment on anything is because this is a true reset kind of thing, right? Like, regular resetting is a thing that is exclusive to Frisk. But as the player of the video game, we can just reset things and not actually have anything kept at all. That's also why the dialogue probably wasn't different for Toriel, because, you know, there's no, like, deja vu or anything like that, because we are essentially literally just resetting the game. The resets are not canon to the events of the game, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Alright, now let us proceed. Nothing to say in regards to any of these. Understandable. Oh. Flyer is giving fighting a try. Flyer, attack 3, defense 2. Flyer feels nothing. Oh. I'm looking to buy a boat. Know anyone selling? Alrighty then. Everything has that new car smell with a faint whiff of body spray. Well then. You inform Flyer that his life isn't half over. He has a whole half left to go. You're right, something needs to change. Flyer is ready to return to his regular life. I want to see what the other things do. This isn't really me. I imagine it's just alternate dialogue, like fighting isn't him. You tell Flyer he looks proud. That's right, I knew you noticed. Criticize. Flyer is reconsidering his reconsiderations. That hurts me on a personal level. I have been told that this game is significantly harder than regular Undertale. So I am very curious what the fights will look like in an area or two. You insult Flyer's choice of outfits. You just have no sense of modern fashion trends.
Oh, damn it. I didn't expect those to be so in sync. Okay, enough messing around. You won. The sign, it says, exposition in large friendly letters. Huh. That's just one of these simple things. Hooray. Stuck? Press this for a do-over. Or don't. That is fair. Make what is dim, bright. Make what is dark, light. There, so is it... Ah, yeah, it literally is just one of these. I'm not usually very good at them, but that one was rather simple. No hole-related comments? That is fair. Private property, no trespassing. Well, too bad. A bed of well-attended flowers. They smell nice. A bed of well-attended... They smell nice. There. Oh, hello. Who are you, horned fellow? Hello. I'm happy to finally meet you face to face. How long has it been? I was wondering if you'd ever come back. No. Too forward. Who am I kidding? I'll never be able to meet you in this state. I just hope you know. I had no choice. It must be this way. Huh? Who? I must be seeing things. That is something. Wonder who that person was. Oh. Another fight. Penilla. Penilla? A sketchy character. Aha. Aha. Gotta keep my skills sharp. Oh. Okay. Got it. Drawing a practice sketch of you. That is fascinating. Distract. You put yourself in between Penilla and her work. I've been at this for a while. Penella's packing up her art supplies for the day. Oh. Oh, so she's like, oh, I have been at this for a while, and decides it's time to take a break. There. To compliment Penilla's work. He looks a little uncomfortable. I don't really think it's ready for people yet. These just aim right at you. Okay, that's actually rather simple. You won. More well-attended... Oh, I can actually step on these ones. Hey, Flowey. Howdy. I see you're still in one piece. You saw that weirdo, right? If you want to get out of here, you'll have to go through him. He shouldn't be a problem, though. And if he is, that's why I'm here. Again? Okay, you're double saved now. Really? How many saves do you need? A lot, Flowey. Okay. Well, it did repeat a few times before I got new dialogue last time, so I've got to try more. One more time for good measure? Okay. Nothing new. I was literally just going to say, this reminds me of the part where it splits off between the big sail and the part with the 4 frogs. According to the price list, it's a lemonade stand, 5G a glass. Oh, well, I have just enough. You pour yourself a glass, but there's no attendant to take your money. What poor service. Leave a tip? Yeah, absolutely. Large amount. Your conscience feels light as a feather. Yeah, I'm not just gonna steal it. What kind of person would I be? 7 HP. That's a rather small amount. I hope saving at least, okay, it did restore my health. That is good at least. Chill, I just got an item. I need to save that happened. Corn maze. I imagine these are to skip the maze once you've already done it once. Oh. Sweet corn. Oh, don't you look sweet. Constantly on a sugar rush. Remember, I always love you, heart. Very, simple attack pattern. Sweet corn jumps up and down in celebration. Lick. All you can taste is sugar. Whatever makes you happy. Oh. Rather simple. Hug. You give Sweet Corn a big hug. She briefly gets stuck to your shirt. I love hugs. I feel like I'm going to be seeing this character again, paired with another monster that'll make that actually dangerous, as a secondary threat to whatever else is in the battle. Can't think of a suitable gift. It's the thought that counts. I imagine if I had more gold, I would actually be able to do that. Alright. That base. I saw something over here. Is this just gonna start the fight? The rejected piece of corn. Take it? Sure. Thought this was gonna be like a Vegetoid thing where it just comes out of the ground. It's like, surprise, I'm an enemy. I've got to check all these dead ends in case there's an item that's too short to show up. You gotta understand. Ah, a combination of two other enemies. Nell seems to be dreading this battle. You compliment Philo's work. He looks a little uncomfortable. You're just saying that because you feel obligated. Fairly straightforward. Of course I get hit because I moved the wrong way briefly. Hilla rolls her eyes. I suppose I could use a break. Ah, darn. I was trying to direct the pencil attack, but wasn't paying attention to the other things. Criticize. That hurts me on a personal level. Okay, that definitely does not work. Did I comfort or compliment last time? I think I comforted. How flowery looks bright. That's right, I knew you noticed. I feel like I get the gist of that one. Okay, so comfort really is the correct option here. Curious enemies. The flyer one seems... Oh, jeez. I thought I could have moved enough. Flyer seems rather strange, but I quite like Vanilla. That's a fun character. I could get another lemonade, which I'm going to pay for. Oh, there's no lemon. There's only enough for the one glass. Lame. if I see a path up there. Oh boy, now we get to see what Sweet Corn's attacks look like when there's actually a reason to be threatened by them. Sorry, is it just me or does the recording look really weird and blurry? Actually, hang on. Okay, no, full screen just makes it worse. It just makes everything worse. Is there a way I can change the scaling? Point. Is point like nearest neighbor then? Okay, that looks more normal, so I'm gonna roll with that. Okay, distract you first. Yeah, these attacks are definitely a little more dangerous together. Hug. Fortunately, the corn one is very, straightforward. Literally. It goes straight forward. Yeah, I don't think there's anything particularly hidden anywhere in here. Friend, I planted these for you. It isn't much, but I hope it brightens your day. It always brightened mine. That looks like the right way to go, but I did see an alternate path over the other way. You can already feel the cavities. Oh no. Okay. No, this is fine. I just gotta alternate between left and right sides. Ah, right, I didn't see the indicator because I was too low. Oh, I just had a lag spike there, but everything is okay. Well, since I'm here, I might as well go annoy Flowey again. Okay, seriously, what is that lag? What's up here? Little pile of conveniently bullet-shaped pebbles. Take them? Why not? Obtain the pebbles. Pebbles. Like rocks, but smaller. Good makeshift ammo. You load the pebbles into your gun. Feels a little heavier now. Rubber ammo. Small, safe, non-toxic rubber pellets. Another broken bridge. Wonder what that's about. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna look for some programs to close. I don't know why I'm lagging so bad. Oh no, it's all falling apart. I swear I didn't have anything too intense in my browser. Maybe one of the tabs I did have open had like a memory leak or something, I don't know. You know everything's going wrong when Task Manager isn't responding. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down the video settings. No, I don't think that's necessary. Wait, there's actually a different program that's taking up like 90% of my memory. How and when the fuck did that happen? Oh god, the memory use is just going up and up. It's not responding. Oh god, I finally see what the memory leak is now. It wasn't my browser, it was this! Okay, now that that program is closed, everything is so much better. I should have known something was up when closing Firefox only made it worse. It was actually this one program that I used to mirror my phone screen to my computer. Oh, now that that's taken care of. Alright, let's go annoy Flowey again. You gotta be careful. I just got new ammo. Friend, do not fear the unknown. Sometimes they're nice. Why do I get the feeling those signs are not addressed to me or any visitor in particular? Is it wrong to hold doubt in my actions? I enjoyed life before. I did, but I can't go back. What happened that day would only repeat. What is this? Why do they appear every time I start monologuing? I need more rest. I imagine that opens up the spike thing from earlier. Pillars. Oh, that pillar has something written on it. Mirror backwards. It's mirrored on the wall. Check. Rorim's expression is blank. Yellow is the new black. Huh. Arm is looking around. Smile? Give a slight smile. Rorim smiles back. Smiles are never out of style. Okay, I had an idea for how to dodge that attack, but it wasn't something I could easily do at that moment. Critique. You critique your appearance. Rorim is very pleased. You look perfect. Oh. Why am I just reminded of Undercook? Rorim is looking for his next big project. Simply spare for now. There appears to be a drawing of a cat scribbled on it. Does this make it a caterpillar? Wow. Glad to see we've got puns here. Hey, Flowey. Howdy. Golly, this place sure is dead. All the monsters are all quiet and lurking. That's not like monsters at all. Don't let this ruin your impression of the underground. We'll leave this dump behind soon enough. You're already saved. Let's get a move on.